Now, I'm sure a lot of you out there love Audis, and we here at InGear also love Audis, but then I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I'm going to stand right here where you cannot tell if the car behind me is small or large. Now, I want you to tell me if that's the A4 or the A7 or the A5 or the A8. Tough, huh? Well, despite the fact that Audi has chosen to use the same visual language for most of their cars, this car here is the very special A8L, the mother of all Audi sedans out there. And this one here is extra special because if you pay attention, pay close attention to this tiny little badge over here, Quattro. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Audi A8L Quattro with the 3-litre V6 engine, and it is going to be a fire breather. I'm not going to talk so much about the design because you either love it or hate it. It is subjective, but being an Audi, you know of two things. Number one, it's going to have some fire down its throat, and we're going to test that out. And number two, they make the best cabins in the world. So what are you waiting for? Let's go for a drive. Of course, there are two ways to look at it. If you're reviewing a Luxo barge, like what we did previously with the Jaguar, this Audi A8L is yet another Luxo barge, this time around from Ingolstadt, Germany. And two ways to look at reviewing a Luxo barge, either from the back seat or the front seat. And if we started with the back seat with the Jag, we're starting with the front seat with the Audi. Why? Simply because as a person who enjoys Audis, you know that Audis make the best interiors. And if you're sitting up front here, you're closest to everything that Audi is really good at doing. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the interior design and layout a bit later, but for now, let's talk from the front seat, from the driver's seat, about the drive itself. Again, some of the qualifying attributes that you have to mention here up front is the fact that this is a very large car. It is a proper full-size limousine, and again, with the L designated in the name, A8L, this is the long wheelbase version, means you get extra legroom in the back seat, but overall the car is also longer, much longer. This particular model that I'm driving right now comes with the 3-litre V6 TFSI engine from one of the Volkswagen catalogs, and it is a very good and potent engine. It pushes out 290 bhp and about 420 Newton meters of torque. Numbers aside, how does it feel in the delivery? You need a Luxo barge with a modern Luxo barge not only needs an engine that is able to give you a creamy power delivery when you want it to be creamy, but also when the boss decides to get behind the wheel and wants to have a little bit of fun, or perhaps even if the situation calls for you to be in a hasty situation, to be somewhere, you want the engine to be responsive. And I'm very happy to report that in this particular lump, it is indeed both. Now I'm in drive mode. Of course, you've got an 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox to play around with, and in automatic mode, drive mode, the power delivery is very creamy. I saw my cameraman yawn back there, so that can only tell you, and it can only be testament to the smoothness of this drive. That's good. Bob, good, yeah? Okay, now apart from that, if you go into sport mode, that's when things get a little bit different. Well, actually a lot different, because you will immediately feel the surge. Now, how can you tell this surge that you're talking about? Well, I'll demonstrate it to you once we go past this roundabout up front, but it is in the urgency of the delivery of all that 420 Newton meters of torque. This car only takes about 6.5 seconds to do the Century Sprint. Considering the size and the weight of this car, 6.5 seconds to get from 0 to 100 is indeed quite something. Audi is very, very confident that this car is able to go to get you places in the swiftest, most aggressive way possible, but also in the same time wrapping you up in style and comfort that, well, this engine actually does it. Does this car justice. Let's let the traffic clear up a little bit. And all you need to do to actually feel all the power and the oomph that this car can offer to you is simply by pulling this very unique pommel horse handle gear selector south one notch, and we go to sport mode. Immediately you can feel that the power delivery is hastened, it's quickened, you get a lot more torque coming from the bottom of your feet, and you can feel that this car actually is surging forward in a much more urgent manner. And if you're a boss and you need to get from point A to point B very quickly because you don't want to miss a meeting, sport mode is the one you want to be in. Alright, I think it's about time I let somebody else do the driving for a bit, and I'll talk to you from the comfort and the poshness of the back seat. Okay, what do we have back here? Well, this is a very posh place. Now that's a tongue twister. Posh place to be in. You've got immense amount of space. This is of course the A8L, the L denoting that this is a longer wheelbase, and you have extra space just for you between yourself and the front seat. I mean, that much space there, yeah? That's a lot of space. I think if they were to put an ottoman there, you could very easily, stretch out all the way out. And if this front seat was to go all the way to the front, and I'm really behaving like a boss, my, this is as good as a first class seat in an airplane that you can get. It's very comfortable. In comfort mode, this car is a very serene vehicle to be driven in. Now, I said earlier that if you were to drive it in a more aggressive manner, yes you can, but then if you're back here, you want to take things easy and you want to enjoy this Vavona wood with Assam wood, Vavona Assam wood with polished, this is brushed silver strips over here, and the materials are wonderful. Audis make the best cabins, and you know that you're going to get that, so that's a given. Each rear seat gets its own individual 10.2-inch multicolor high-def screen in front of you. You can enjoy whatever movies that you want, whatever content that you want. And how do you control it? Well, like this. An entire console just for yourself. You can do pretty much everything here. You can control the climate control. From the back seat, you can push this front seat forward. You can control the front seat from here, the back seat. You've got a myriad of menus to choose your favorite radio station. You can even plug in your own headphones, or if you have a wireless headphone, you can do so via Bluetooth. And if it gets a little bit too hot back here, check this out. Do that and that. Wow, this is cosseting, comforting, cozy, and cool. We like this. Of course, all big limos would have it, but then I just feel that it's an extra special touch being in an Audi. Top-notch interior, top-notch driving sensation, top-notch sensation of being driven in this A8L, and there's absolutely nothing that you can complain about it. You've got everything you want. You've got your cup holders, you've got your storage bin, and you've even got your own compartment for you to slot in your CD back there. I tell you what, man. Oh, I think I'm going to catch a kip. How do I do that? I think I'll just slide forward and enjoy this reclining seat. The Audi A8L. It tells us that Audi still makes the best interiors in the world, bar none. It's posh, plush, and ultra comfortable. But also at the same time, the combination of a great engine a quick reacting gearbox, and the Quattro system with Audi's heritage and legacy in world rallying tells us that Audi also makes fantastic driver's car. And this indeed is a fantastic car to be driven. The only thing is, it's also got the added benefit of being ultra spacious, ultra comfortable, ultra luxurious, and it's got presence. See you soon. Carry on, driver.